This morning in The Buzz, controversial finding has many people talking about this morning. Harvard University professor has unveiled a 4th century fragment of papyrus that she says is the only existing ancient text that quotes Jesus referring to having a wife. Karen King, an expert in history of Christianity, says the text contains a dialogue in which Jesus refers to my wife, who he identifies as Mary. King says the fragment of Coptic script is a copy of Gospel, probably written in Greek in the 2nd century. King unveiled the fragment of the Gospel of Jesus' wife in Rome yesterday. She says it doesn't prove Jesus was married, but speaks to issues of family and marriage that face Christians. King says that the dialogue includes the disciplines and discusses whether Mary is worthy, and Jesus saying she can be my disciple. It has a lot of people talking questions that they are thinking about now about religion.
You know, myself looking at that tablet right there that we had up, I think it said that Jesus likes chocolate ice cream. I mean,
yeah, I don't know how they decide. I don't know how they decipher a lot of any of that stuff.
No, my question is how does someone come about finding a piece of papyrus that old and now, you know, and to bring it up now?
And all of a sudden it comes forward.
Yeah.
We all saw the Da Vinci Code, and not that this is any comparison, but, you know, they talk about how Jesus was married in the movie, and I know a lot of people who are Christian, and huge Christian community, you know, here in Rhode Island aren't going to like this idea. And some of the comments even this morning that were coming in that we'll get to in just a little bit, we're talking about, you know, it's blasphemous that this woman is even saying this. But you never know, I mean, how things have changed through the years.
It's true, and you know, it is. We were just even talking about the Da Vinci Code. We were talking about Dan Brown the other day, telling Michaela, "Oh, you should read Angels and Demons. We're going away to Rome." You know, it's interesting because again, the name that is mentioned is Mary, and that's, you know, who a lot of people who have speculated that Jesus might have had a relationship with Mary Magdalene. So there's that, and then it puts it into question. Well, maybe he had a family, and maybe there's descendants, just kind of like that movie had done. But you're right; it's such a touchy subject because, you know, people who are passionate about their faith, you know, they really believe that what was in the Bible and what is in the Bible is it, and that is the ultimate truth. But you then also have to say, well, it was written years ago. How do you know a page wasn't missing or something wasn't left out? Yeah,
I went to Catholic school from kindergarten all the way to high school, so you get this, you know, the Bible stories ingrained in your head all the way through, you know, school. So you hear something new, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't know if you know, how they want to take it, or they get really mad when they hear it because they don't want to accept that. Well, maybe some of the stories throughout time have changed a little bit, and different things have come in.
And I've also known that sometimes, you know, people would speak about the church as it being someone's wife. So, you know, someone could have read that and taken it out of context versus what was meant. And I too was raised, you know, going to church every single Sunday. In my teenage years, I became a little rebellious because I'd question things, and I'd say, well, how do you know this is how it's supposed to be? And so I like that this is at least bringing up conversation. You know, I do think that finding a piece of parchment, you know, papyrus this late in age, how do you know this woman didn't just make it up? People do this a lot where they find something, and then after it goes through trials, they realize it's not real.
Right, and just reading this, I know this woman is supposedly, you know, an expert on this, but even just going back and looking at how she found this, where she found it, and what it really means to, you know, will it really change anything? Maybe it'll get some dialogue between people talking about whether Jesus could have been married. Will it really change the diehard of, you know, who have deep-rooted faith? Probably not.
You know, I like that she's in Rome right now because that's, you know, where she needs to go.
The place to be.
I wonder what the Pope's going to do about this. If he's going to pull her aside and be like, listen, Missy, you really need to have a chat because she might get into some serious trouble with him. But you're right, being a Harvard professor, and this is what she studies, and this is what she's dedicated her life to. So hopefully, you know, she just didn't draw it and make it up herself, you know.
If nonetheless, at least it brings up the topic, and at least people start discussing, you know, maybe a little, you know, something about God, something about Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, which wouldn't hurt.
People get to kind of figure their own faith out for themselves
figure it out
a
the way
little bit more. You're
right.
right. Spice things up. Well, as you said, you know, we posted this question and this whole topic up on Facebook, and people were very strong about their feelings. And Linda Zinni Catone says, there is nothing in the scripture that speaks about Jesus being married. He had a purpose, and it wasn't to be married. And also Kevin Oliver, he weighed in. He said, Jesus did not have a wife. Do you know how I know it? Because he was happy. Jokester Kevin. Amy Lebec Macedo says, I can't imagine why he wouldn't have been married. He didn't live as a prophet until he was in his 30s. And people married and had families quite young in that time of history. Mark Margot tells us if Jesus was married, that would have been one of the best wedding receptions ever. And Sassy Cassie tells us Jesus is married to the church. In Revelation, it speaks of the church being represented as a woman. Lots of metaphors, not a scandal.